Most dog owners believe they're feeding their dogs the right way every day. But veterinarians say several common feeding habits are quietly damaging dogs' digestion, weight, and long-term health. And one of these mistakes can affect a dog long before the owner ever notices. In this video, we'll reveal 7 feeding mistakes that veterinarians frequently warn dog owners about. There's a good chance one of them is already part of your dog's daily routine, and one of these mistakes is so common that vets say they see it almost every day. 7. Free feeding, leaving food out all day. Leaving food in your dog's bowl all day may feel kind, but you're actually teaching their body to lose control of hunger and metabolism. When food is always available, your dog's digestive system never truly rests. Their insulin levels fluctuate constantly, and the natural rhythm of hunger and satisfaction slowly disappears. Over time, this habit encourages overeating without the dog even realizing it. Calories start piling up day after day, leading to gradual weight gain that often goes unnoticed at first. As the extra weight builds, joints carry more stress, energy drops, and the risk of diabetes and metabolic problems rises. What began as a convenient habit slowly becomes a long-term health burden. Veterinarians frequently report that free feeding is one of the most common contributors to canine obesity. The solution is simple and structured. Feed your dog 2 scheduled meals a day instead of leaving food out. Put the bowl down for about 15 minutes. Then remove it whether the food is finished or not. Within a few days, most dogs adapt to the routine, and their metabolism stabilizes again. 6. Too many treats. Those extra treats you give throughout the day may seem harmless, but you're quietly turning rewards into hidden meals. Every treat adds calories that your dog's body still has to process, even if it feels like a tiny snack. Their daily nutrition becomes unbalanced long before the owner notices anything unusual. When treats start stacking up, dogs naturally begin eating less of their regular meals. This disrupts the balance of protein, vitamins, and nutrients they actually need. Over time, frequent treats can lead to weight gain, picky eating habits, and a digestive system that expects constant snacks instead of proper meals. Behavior specialists often note that excessive treats are one of the fastest ways to create unhealthy eating patterns in dogs. The fix is straightforward. Treats should make up no more than 10% of your dog's daily calories. Break larger treats into smaller pieces so they last longer during training. If you want healthier options, use small portions of carrots or blueberries instead. Your dog still feels rewarded, but the diet stays balanced. 5. Guessing portion sizes. If you fill your dog's bowl by eye instead of measuring, you're likely feeding more than their body actually needs. Human perception of portion size is unreliable, especially when feeding the same pet every day. What looks normal to you can quietly become too much food over time. Even an extra handful of kibble per meal adds up quickly across weeks and months. Those extra calories slowly turn into fat deposits around organs and joints. Dogs carrying extra weight experience more stress on their heart, reduced stamina, and a higher risk of long-term health issues like arthritis and metabolic disease. Studies on pet nutrition consistently show that owners often overestimate correct portion sizes. The fix takes only a few seconds. Use a measuring cup or scale when serving your dog's food. Follow the recommended feeding guidelines based on weight and activity level. Recheck portions every few months as your dog's age or lifestyle changes. Precise portions protect your dog's health far more than guesswork ever can. 4. Switching dog food. Too quickly. Changing your dog's food overnight may seem harmless, but inside their digestive system, it creates sudden chaos. Your dog's gut contains billions of bacteria that help break down the specific food they normally eat. When a completely new formula arrives without warning, that delicate balance gets disrupted instantly. Within hours, the digestive system struggles to adjust to unfamiliar proteins, fats, and ingredients. This can trigger stomach irritation, poor nutrient absorption, and uncomfortable digestive upset. If the change happens repeatedly, the gut microbiome becomes unstable, leading to recurring digestive problems and weaker overall digestion. Veterinarians regularly see stomach issues caused simply by abrupt food transitions. The correct approach is gradual change. Mix the new food with the old food over about 7 days. Start with 75% old food and 25% new food, then slowly reverse the ratio. By the end of the week, the digestive system adapts smoothly. A slow transition protects the gut and prevents unnecessary discomfort. 3. Feeding toxic human foods. Some foods that are perfectly normal for people can be extremely dangerous for dogs, yet many owners still share them without realizing the risk. Ingredients like grapes, onions, garlic, chocolate, and raisins contain compounds that a dog's body cannot safely process. Even small amounts can begin causing internal damage. Once these foods enter a dog's system, they interfere with critical organs and biological processes. Certain toxins damage red blood cells, while others place heavy stress on the kidneys or nervous system. Repeated exposure over time increases the chance of serious health complications that develop silently at first. Veterinarians often treat emergency cases that begin with owners unknowingly feeding toxic human foods. The safest rule is simple and strict. Never assume human food is safe for dogs unless it is specifically confirmed as dog-friendly. Keep dangerous foods completely out of reach and away from the feeding area. If you want to share food with your dog, stick to veterinarian-approved options like plain carrots, blueberries, or small pieces of cooked lean meat. 2. Ignoring ingredient lists on dog food. Many owners trust the marketing on the front of a dog food bag, but the real story is written in the ingredient list on the back. When you skip reading those ingredients, you may be feeding your dog formulas filled with cheap fillers instead of real nutrition. What looks like quality food on the outside can contain surprisingly poor ingredients inside. Low-quality formulas often rely heavily on corn, wheat, and vague meat byproducts instead of clearly identified protein sources. Over time, diets dominated by fillers provide fewer essential nutrients while adding unnecessary carbohydrates. This imbalance gradually affects digestion, energy levels, and overall long-term health. Veterinarians say they see this mistake almost every day in routine nutrition discussions with pet owners. The fix starts with a quick habit at the store. Turn the bag around and read the first 5 ingredients before buying. The first 2 or 3 ingredients should be clearly named protein sources such as chicken, beef, or salmon. Avoid foods where fillers dominate the top of the list. Choosing better ingredients protects your dog every single day. 1. Exercising immediately after eating. Letting your dog run, jump, or play intensely right after a meal is one of the most dangerous feeding mistakes owners make. After eating, a dog's stomach is full and actively working to digest food. Vigorous activity during this time can cause the stomach to shift and twist inside the abdomen. When that twisting occurs, the stomach traps gas and food while cutting off normal blood flow. Pressure begins building rapidly inside the stomach, creating a life-threatening condition known as gastric dilatation volvulus, often called bloat. Without quick treatment, this condition can escalate quickly and become extremely dangerous for the dog. Veterinarians consider post-meal exercise one of the biggest risk factors for bloat, especially in larger breeds. The prevention is simple, but critical. After feeding, allow your dog to rest calmly for at least 90 minutes. Avoid running, playing, or intense activity during that period. Quiet time after meals protects digestion and dramatically reduces the risk of this dangerous condition. Now you have seen how everyday feeding choices can quietly protect your dog or slowly work against their health. But there is another behavior many owners feel confused about, and its meaning is far more positive than people think. So, open the next video and explore why dogs sometimes sniff a very personal area of their owners. If you don't see it, you might continue misunderstanding one of the most natural signals dogs use to read humans. If you care about understanding your dog a little deeper, you are always welcome to like and subscribe. Tell us in the comments which feeding habit you plan to change. Thanks for being here. See you in the next video.